Hi, everyone. This is Audrey Washington, Financial Coaching, and I am coming to you in the midst of this coronavirus crisis. Just first to say, I send prayers and positive wishes to you and your families that you remain healthy and safe, um, during this crisis, but that you also calm but cautious, right? So you do want to be cautious, but you want to stay calm and, try to, reduce the anxiety or worry or stress or fear you may have around, what's going on. And anytime, there are some unknowns, definitely, there's a little more anxiety and fear, but try to stay calm, be cautious, follow the guidance state and local government, but try to, stay calm in the midst of this crisis. So I wanted to come to you with a few savings tips that you can think about during this time. Um, it is important, and I did a previous video about, just tips around this time, but this one is just really focused on saving during this time. And so it's funny, when I came into January, I actually was focusing on, I did a challenge of saving $5 a day for the month of January, and I was doing it every day, and there were definitely people doing it. But so I want to just focus on, some savings tips for you during this time. So definitely you want to focus on increasing your savings, right? So it is important to increase your savings. And I would say try maybe over the next 30 days to just focus on spending on the things that you need and not, worrying, not spending on things that are not a necessity. So really try to do that. Try to really focus on just spending on necessities and not on any wants. Okay, so if you can do that, maybe you do it for a week or 2 weeks, but if you can really do it and think about doing it for 30 days, that actually will help you greatly. Few say tips, so you may want to reduce your cable TV package. Now you might be saying, okay, I'm spending more time at home, I need the TV. But to be honest with you, in terms of saving, that is a way to save. And so you can think about reducing that package. If there's something that maybe just go down the next tier, the tier below. And, I actually don't have cable TV at all. And so, but I do pay for, my internet. Um, excuse me, service. But think about that. And I know that one of the things I know is that there's so much free content on the internet right now. I've used YouTube a lot. And in fact, I was looking at it yesterday. There was a show that had been on one of the channels, and I had seen some ads for it. But of course, because I didn't have cable, I wasn't able to watch it. And I just happened to stumble upon it yesterday through Facebook, and I was able to watch a lot of the past episodes. So that actually worked for me. And then I do have Netflix, so that's also a cheaper option than cable TV for me. So give it some thought if that. And again, these are just suggestions. Everybody has to do what's best for them, but just some things around that. You can also consider during this time, and even beyond, buy store brands. Think about that. There's actually are, I buy quite a few store brands, um, paper towels, toilet paper. Of course, that's a big, that's become a hot ticket item. But yeah, paper towels, toilet paper, and I find them to be, very quality, right? So that's the thing. To just buy anything because it's cheaper if it's not quality, but quality. I've brought store brand soap, store brand baby oil, things like that. So, think about that. If there's anything that you can buy that's the store brand, definitely do that. Like I bake quite a bit, and so I do look for the store brand vanilla, because vanilla is expensive, the actual vanilla, right? You can find cheaper imitation vanilla, which I don't use, but the store brands, I definitely will look for store brands for vanilla. So things like that you can consider. Okay. Just whatever, again, that you're comfortable with. These are just suggestions, but just some ideas. The other thing that I have been promoting for a while, for years now, I stumbled upon this. This was like a game changer for me, is using your library card to download books and read books for free. I mean, that has been such a game changer for me. I do like to read. And I have been able to go in the library, use my library card, and get just books. And if you think about it, with most books, what are you really going to do with them after you finish reading them? So this has been, like I said, a game changer for me. I just make sure, I set up the account and have all of that. And most libraries now offer an online, right? Even if it's not their actual online, then they connect it to a larger library group that you'll be able to tap into for the online books. So I've been really pleased with the variety, and it's been new, the new books that are out. I've been able to do. In fact, recently I was starting a book club with my organization, and the book that we were reading, I borrowed that from the library. I downloaded it, so that was perfect. And so I kind of like that. Of course, now you can't really move around as much, but the reason why I even before the crisis, having being able to download the books, because I know my schedule is crazy, and I would probably always have overdue books if I had to check them out and take them back to the library. So this has been a perfect thing for me to be able to get my library books and just read it on my, I read it through my Kindle. Some people said, they really they like to hold the book, but, just as an option, this is something that you can do. The other thing I would say, my tip is review your bank statements for automatic billings that you have. Maybe you even forgot that you had them. I remember recently I somehow, something on Amazon, I ended up taking, I think it was the Amazon, something paid, a paid membership around Amazon. And I don't even remember, I kind of vaguely remember, but didn't really remember that I was signing up for something. And didn't even use the service, to be honest with you, whatever it was, but didn't pay a lot of attention until I saw on my bank statements they had charged me a fee, which I had paid the 30-day trial, and there was a fee on there. So I immediately called them up, and I'm like, what is this? No, I don't want to reverse the charge, and they did. So think about that. Review your bank statement. Sometimes when it's a small amount, you're not thinking so much about the cost, right? It could be, $6.99, it could be $10.99. You're not paying a lot of attention, but you do want to make sure that you look at those things. In fact, as I was getting ready to record this, I've been thinking, I have had a electronic fax subscription for years. And just as I was making this video, do I really need that? I'm not sure that I really need that anymore, because I'm not using it. I never really use it. There's not really, now everything is, you can send it and email it or whatever if you have to do, send documents. So as a business, I think I've always kind of just held on to it. But as I'm recording this video, it's kind of making me think like, do I even need that, right? Even need that. And it's, again, sometimes when it's not a lot of money, you don't pay attention to it. It's like, I think $12.95 a month. But if you think about it, over the year, it's, close to maybe about $150. So I'm going to actually think about that. So I'm actually helping myself too as I do this video. So again, this is Audrey Washington, Fiercely Financial Coaching. You can reach out to me, coaching@fiercelyfinancial.com. I'm also on Facebook at Fiercely Financial Coaching, Facebook and Instagram with that, and Twitter at Fiercely Finance. I think I'm Fiercely Finance. Yeah, Fiercely Finance on Twitter. And you can reach out to me on my website. My website is www.fiercelyfinancial.com. And so again, these are a few savings tips that hopefully will help you around this time. And again, just sending you prayers and best wishes and positive energy that you and your family stay healthy. And check out the other videos that I have. I've talked about just some financial, overall financial tips during this time. But also I have a video out about scams. So please check that one out as well. Okay, take care, everyone. Be well. Again, stay calm but cautious. Bye-bye.